Good morning. I have a new project. I trimmed several of my African violets, a lot of leaves, so I can see and inspect them for insects and to fertilize them. I've got them all planted, but some of them are wilting down. So I think the humidity's too high. I've melted in some holes. I bought another pan at the grocery store, and it comes with a lid, a plastic lid, just for basic cooking, baking. I have some Sphagnum Moss. Buy this at Petco. It's a Maggitarium with a green frog on it, if you want to get some. It's recommended you get the lightest color Sphagnum Moss to do this with. I have some soaking here. It's in distilled water. I warmed up the water. I soaked it, then I took them in little balls and I squeezed the water out of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some in the bottom of a cup, clear cup, and I'm going to plant the leaves right down in the Sphagnum Moss. I'll put them in the tray with the lid on it for keep it humid. I'll put it under some grow lights. Then also what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some baggies, just some sandwich baggies with Ziploc on it. When you do this by making a ball and taking the water out, it makes it a nice little sized ball. I'll put that at the bottom. What I'm going to do, instead of just one leaf, I'll put two leaves. I'll just drop the leaf, the stem down in the moss, shed it a little bit first, and it will keep the leaf from both sides squishing down on the leaf. If it gets too much humidity, it'll rot the leaf. So I'll do several of those. I've got a bunch of those. I'm going to take them out of here, put them in my cup. I'm going to put some in my baggies. I'll put the baggies inside with the cups. I'll just stand them up like this in between the cups. I have some more cups right here. These are 9-ounce solo cups. They're clear. I'll put 2 leaves in one of them, probably 1 or 2 leaves in there. I won't have that many leaves, but anyway, that's what I'm up for today. They'll go underneath the grow light. I'll take the ones that's wilting and laying flat in here. They all seem like they want to wilt down a little bit. The ones that's standing up, I'll leave. Alright, I'll get started and I'll show you what I come up with. And this is what I ended up with. I put 2 in each baggie. Then I put 4 cups here with 2 in it. And I'm going to see if one does better than the other. I took them all out of this medium here that I'd mixed up. I mixed it up too hot. And the leaves, the reason they're wilting down is they're rotting. I put some mycorrhizal in this potting soil. Then I put root tone on the leaves. And it was rotting the leaves on the bottom really fast. So I took them all out of there. So I know next time not to do that. Here's the pan I just bought. And then this is Sphagnum Moss that I just bought. Stand it up a little bit. Maggitarium for landscapes, for your pet habitats. It's supposed to retain the moisture, and that's what you're wanting. So anyway, that's kind of what it looks like. It comes in a kind of a ball, then you wet it. I used warm distilled water. I lowered my grow lamp down right on top of these leaves I have propagating. I've got several of these rooting. They haven't shown their babies yet. I have one over here. This is my violets-flytraps. I've got one over here in the back. She's got babies. The dark green leaves got little babies. That dark green leaf is off the mother plant, which is the pink and green right here. When you want to propagate, it's best to use the greenest leaf. It'll help it grow better. Some of these like this might not produce babies. If it does, they might be really weak babies. So use the greenest leaves when you propagate. This one is really doing well. Starting to get a lot more pink on the inside edges. It was almost all green, and that's what that leaf come off of, and the dark green leaf right there. My Alamo Sunshine, doing great. It likes it. It's not having as much trouble as the other plants have. I've got some started up here in water. I got 2 rooting. The roots are really showing up. Need some babies to start popping up. And I did 3 leaves, and I put sand on the bottom. The stems just reached the sand. So I'm going to see what happens there. I got my little orca clamp there watching them, keeping an eye on my plants. Some of my equipment I found at the thrift store. This is my new setup. I'm on the east side of my house, these big windows here. I was by the bay window, and I think it's too hot. Some of my variegated plants are losing their color. They're losing the pinks and losing the greens. It gets just very little morning sun. It's a little cooler over in this corner. The plastic has got the humidity, it's hard to see through there, at 72%. It's rising. When it gets colder, it rises. 75 degrees over here, and I've just got some half-gallon milk jugs in there to hold it up off my plants. What I want to do is see if they'll get color. Well, there's a bunch of leaves in water. I could have done those also. I forgot about they were over here. Anyway, I cut the leaves off that one, and it is just blooming everywhere. They couldn't come up from all the leaves. This one has a lot of blooms underneath also. So that's my new setup. I'm going to leave them there for quite a while now. I want to see if being a little bit cooler, more humidity, definitely not where it's getting any hot indirect sun.